Hi everyone, so today I'm here with my review of Manic by J A Huss. So since this is the second book in the Rook and Ronan series, I'm not going to give the synopsis, but I will leave the link to the Goodreads page in the description box below for anyone who wants to check out what this book's about. I will also leave a link to the Goodreads page for the first book, Tragic, so that you can maybe get started on this series, which I definitely recommend. So this is a new adult series and I definitely recommend it for people aged 17 and above because there is some pretty explicit content in this book. So yes, I do not recommend it for readers who are younger. So this one was just so much better than Tragic. There was a lot more going on in the storyline, there were a lot more twists and turns that I just didn't expect. And there were some secrets uncovered that I didn't expect either. So in this one, Rook has finished the Tragic shoot and she's moving on to doing the Sturgis shoot with Spencer against Ronan's wishes. So I really liked Rook a lot more in this one. She never let anyone push her around, she always stood up for herself. And even though she regretted taking the Sturgis contract, she took everything in her stride and she did everything she could to be professional about the job. There were times when I wish she stood up to people and told them to just get lost, but overall she was just such an amazing character in this book and I really loved her. Oh, I love Ronan, like seriously love Ronan so much. He's so perfect, he would do anything to protect Rook, and I mean anything. We find out some things about Ronan's past which kind of links into the fact that he would do anything for Rook. Yeah, so him, Spencer and Ford had sort of a gang with back when they were younger and they did some things which I'm not going to tell you about because it will ruin it, but yeah, their past comes into play again in this book. Spencer is one of my favourite characters in this book. He's just such a likeable guy. He's so funny and sweet and he does everything he possibly can to make Rook feel better about doing this job, even if he does tend to flirt with her quite a bit. I was iffy with Ford throughout the whole book. I never knew where I stood with him. He could be really sweet and nice one moment and then flirting with Rook to bait Ronan the next, so I don't really know where I stand with him and I'm not too sure whether I like him or not. Maybe he'll be in the third book and I will discover that. The photo shoot in this one was more fascinating, what with the fact that Spencer was creating art on Rook's body and he was painting her up to look as if she was wearing clothes, and I thought that was absolutely fantastic. When I was reading about it, I was in awe of what Spencer could do and I actually just wanted to see it. I could picture it in my mind, but it probably wasn't as good as it would be if I could visually see it. But yeah, that's something I actually really want to see. The part at the end that involved John was shocking. I did not see it coming at all. I was actually sitting waiting for Ronan to come bursting in like a knight in shining armour and save Rook, but Rook managed to hold her own and stand up for herself. And I really admired her for that. She finally managed to do it and get past John, and I am so proud of Rook. So overall, I just completely adored this book. I love this series so much and I cannot wait to see where it's going to go with the third book. I definitely recommend this series if you're a fan of new adult. It's such a fantastic storyline and there is a lot of chemistry between Rook and Ronan. Like a lot. So I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. So that was my review for Manic by J A Huss. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.